This is Stryker of Enyo, and this is What's It Like? Yeah, that's right. We are on video 98. We got two more before the episode 100, and this is Ryse, Some of Rome. A quaint little title with multiplayer and gladiators. You might remember it as a launch title. That's right. Well, we're going to take a look at and find out what the game is actually like and if it's worth it. And yeah, there's like microtransactions. It's really novel. It's really like you can buy money and then you can just buy the executions that you want for single player. You can buy health and focus and damage and all that kind of stuff and just spend real world money on it. It's so awesome. If you've never heard of this game, well, shame on you. We're gonna take a look at it. So, the first thing I really gotta say is this is using the Crytek engine, and the visuals look really outstanding. You really won't see character models this detailed even 3 years later. They look really good. They're done really well. Very good motion capture. The actors, yeah, you could argue that the story isn't quite what you would think, but the actors are really trying to do a really convincing kind of fantasy-like Rome. I mean, things are taken a little extreme, but they do try to maintain the roots. But the visuals look really good. Now the fighting is actually incredibly easy because all you got to do is line up the colors with what you're doing. If there's an execution, blue is always going to be the X button, so when that highlights, you hit that. Yellow is always going to be for the Y button. You only have 2 attacks. It's really fundamentally cool. And, yeah, whenever an enemy lights up red. Oh, and whenever you're attacking an enemy, another enemy will always bash your brains in from behind. It's so excellently done. I mean, look at me just rolling around like a freak of nature, not being able to literally land a hit. When you do right trigger, that's what does the execution moves, and those are the ones that keep highlighting. They look pretty cool. They get a little tiring. You can customize your hero, and there's like 5 tiers of friggin' equipment. Skill upgrades, and oh my god, just... And you can all buy it with real money if you so desire. You don't have to, but dear God, the multiplayer, it's the same thing in the multiplayer. You might think it's pretty fun. There's a lot of arenas. I bought all the DLC. Have I ever played it? No. Dear God, the frustrating, oh, fuck it, the camera's like a fucking dyslexic mascot trying to follow you around on a fucking basketball court. Look at this shit. It's so fucking close. Keeps ducking and weaving like a fucking whore. And then there's the difficulty. I'm playing on Legendary, but dear God, every time you attack another man, another dude is going to hit you repeatedly. You get 2 attacks in, and the computer will automatically attack you from behind. And they'll just fucking rape your asshole over and over again. The fucking, oh my god, the cutscenes after they're okay, but dear God, this is the last sequence of the game, and all it is a 3-minute fucking QTE. That's right, you're basically just fucking, you can hit the A button if you want, fuck X and Y at this point, but you gotta go through this whole thing, and it's like 2.5 straight fucking minutes. Does it look cool? Well, yeah, but just make it a fucking movie. All you're doing is walking down this hall, getting attacked by people that you can actually see spawning the fuck in. And don't get me started on, like, the final bad guy. Yeah, there is an area where you go into the Coliseum. That's after, like, 79% of the game is done. You finally get to go into the Coliseum. You do one fight there. You go to one end of the arena, you fight your way back, you do a couple of additional little fights in that same exact spot, and then that's it. The Coliseum is done, except for multiplayer. It really is more about your Centurion figure, you know, being the fucktard that he is. I mean, it's not a bad story, it's the same thing. The Emperor double crosses you, so you decide to go over and fuck him, and you'll see how he dies. I'm ruining the game for you. but like you'll kill the main bad guy, you know, in that fight that I'm explaining in the Coliseum, and like you're like, okay, that should be the end of the game. Don't you love games that don't end when they're fucking supposed to? That's right. Then you gotta go kill this bitch on top of an elephant. Well, you gotta kill her elephant, then you gotta kill her. Oh my god. Then you gotta attack her again. You still have like a level and a half left. It's like, oh fuck. And this is typical video games, right? If there's a big statue with a fake sword on it, you know they're gonna take the ultimate bad guy and stab him on it. It's so fucking stupid. And then there's the combat. Dear God, every time you get a hit on someone, you get attacked from behind. You can keep rolling out of the way, but you look like a fucking retard doing it. Every time this fucking game blows. Fuck the game. Fuck, don't play it. You want a rating? How about fuck this out of that? There.